Hey guys, Dr. Prometheus here, back with some more Grand Tactician. We are going strong right now. Well, we kind of knew this. We did a new thing with the whole thoughts with some random starting game perks, and we can definitely see there's some issues with it. So, at the end of the day, we're having fun, and that is all that matters. We are having some fun. So Stonewalls and Waldo, they're coming in from the far end. So if that is the case, there is no ability for them to do much anything here. So they're going to be coming straight down here. What is the fastest way to get ourselves in this position? Do we outnumber them? We outnumber them? It's close. Is close. If I could do anything, it would be gonna come across here. If I could do anything, I'd rather set up right here. We're gonna try a different setup approach than what we did last time. Okay. Laws, gonna set up here. Cannons are gonna set up here. What do you got? Yeah, I actually like that position. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna have McLaws here. Cheatham here. This portion here in reserve. Well, my cannon defense, path defense, and reserve. And they're starting all the way back there, right? Yes. Nowhere else they can start. Okay. Freedom. Laws. Holmes going to line formation. Up here. On howitzers going here. Upon howitzers got to go here. 14-pound James has to go here. This Napoleon can go like anywhere up here. Okay, so they're like way back there. We got time. Over here, Beauregard. Weird. All the way over there. Oh, damn. Okay. Quick loss. Come on, turn! Turn your formation! Jesus. I'm about to lose my flank here. What are you? Why are you turning around? Thank you. Wow. Ooh. That. That was a. That hurt. But it's a win nonetheless. A hard win, but a win nonetheless. We'll take it. We will take it. International morale drops by 0.88. Our military experience rises by 1.10. Okay. We're going to do exactly what we did for that other campaign. So let's. We got here. We got Army of the Peninsula. More muskets. We're in Hood. Let's grab. A little bit from West Virginia. The Bowen will go under this Stewart. Drayton. Daniel. Go under Hood. Get additional cannon under Longstreet. And Jackson. I'll get an additional one under him. Let's go. Longstreet, we'll give him another one there. We'll move Cummings and Loring's portion. We'll move Gridsby under Barksdale. Put this one under Hood. The Hood's got the regular infantry. In case, let's get extra cannon down here. We may need him eventually. It's not right now. Okay. We have that. Fine, let's upgrade that. We'll get Covington and move into Cincinnati. This one's going up to Evansville. Gonna grab Ambulance Corps, the first one. Move up to here. Is that where they're going? No. Okay, we just introduced conscription. I think we do Revenue Act at this point. Let's go to an extra one here. It's gonna run some time. Okay, it should. I think when it ticks over the next day. Okay. Will make no sense. Behind his lines. Alright, whatever. Great. So 22. Look at Edmund Kirby Smith. Let's get more troops. Let's get Tennessee. Get some from South Carolina. North Carolina. More from Louisiana. Who should take over this? Hayes, maybe? Right. Yeah, Harry Hayes. Gonna take it. Okay. And then these ones are just gonna be Georgia. Get another one from Texas. And then grab some more from Virginia and West Virginia. We'll get 2 more cannons, I think. Let's get them from South Carolina. Okay. Oh, we can't get those yet. Ah, okay, okay. Um, Enfield Musketoons. Oh, we can go Industry 3 at this point. Okay. You get those roads going. Okay. Armistead. Gonna take over a division here. We're gonna pump these up entirely now. Okay. I guess go to Wade Hampton, this one here. Burrow. I think we gotta do Murray here. Okay. In here. Down McCausland. Causland has that. He gets the extra one here. He gets those. Okay. Stewart. They get reboard muskets, at least. Okay. Okay. What does Polk's core look like? Okay. Let's add 2 Polk's core. With Cable in charge. Okay. I think Greg is probably the best. Yep, Mercy Greg. Put Cook here. Maxi Gregg. Force Core. Okay. That's that army. The Western Army with South Carolina State Militia. Fine. The one with Porterfield. Like he's almost to the fort, so I don't want to mess with Porterfield here. Hill and Ewell are at destination. Wow. Get up to Wheeling. All right, Longstreet. It's your time. It is your time, Longstreet. Take that. Siege should be in our favor. Yeah. Yeah, Frost has recovered. Really, guys? It's still not enough. I'm gonna follow with a Thomas Jackson push. Where's Lee? Okay. so I need to move up there. And then we will move the next leg up from there. Okay. I'm going to force an attack here. Thank you. We're not going to have our full force, but I think we can do this. It's McClellan. I think we can do it. Just sit back, allow him to attack, and just hit them. It's pretty even battle, though. It's pretty even battle. The Battle of Washington, D.C. 14th Street. Okay, so they are coming in which directions at me? So this should be a reinforcement. To my right should be a reinforcement. Okay, so okay. Now I have a thought. If this is here, we are in defense. I'd like to have this elevation, but also you can use elevation to someone's disadvantage as well. If I could have anything right now, it would be a hard push over to this defensive position. That's what it would be. What? They were fine a second ago. Okay, I'm just gonna have to win this without having cannons. Certainly annoying. So when is our reinforcements on the field? $11.81. We'll have, who is that? Virginia. Okay, we'll have Longstreet in under an hour. Get your damn cannons. Okay. We need to put out Longstreet needs to put a defensive position here. You should be able to by the time the day ends. The day should end rather quickly, I would say. Looks like we don't want to have cannons at the moment. Grab that. Okay, let's reorganize this entire thing. Okay, Hill. Jackson is here entirely. Who is this? Breckenridge. Okay. And he has all of his cannons? Of course not. Of course not. Okay. Here. Here. I actually like that. I can get these cannons in a better position. And we put Breckenridge in a position here. And we kind of tailor off our flank like so. He'll be here. Armistead doesn't have any men. Okay. Stonewall's here, Hill's here. Hampton doesn't have any. Okay. And then on this side, just go full push up to here. Because we'll push in a way that makes sense to eliminate that. Meaning this to march in this position. Do we have anyone else? We do not. Oh, yes, we do. Jeb Stewart. Have. Good idea. It's a long way. It'll work. We need to move Stewart's cav through here and reinforce. If that makes any sense. Okay. Here. Move them up here. I want every part of the corps to get this order. Or every part of the army, I mean. Up there. Up there. There. Range ordnance. 20-pound parrot rifles. Remove those out eventually. so I'm gonna move this one out. Move this one in reserve. I'm gonna move this one in reserve. Not in front of the enemy. That would be dumb. Take Olmsted, put Olmsted here, and I'm going to shrink down this line here. Whoa, 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 whoa! How did they get behind me? Okay. I don't know how they got back there. gonna push up on their flank. This irritates me. Ah, he's not within the horn. Oh, damn. Bro, where are they coming? They must have came back here. That's weird. What? I'm so confused by that. Gardner is just getting whipped there. I don't know what happened, but we have to reestablish our defensive positions. It's 8 in the morning at this point, and we are absolutely getting crushed. We need to establish defensive positions here, here, and here. And turn this one here. For this. Here, here, and here. The hell? Establish your defensive position here, Tapier. Jeez. Can I get out some skirmishers? Yeah, I knew it was only a matter of time before he broke. What the hell? Can I get some skirmishers out, please? Oh, get my skirmishers. Jeez, this is a mess of a fight for sure. So he came from one of these points behind me. Or he maneuvered around me. One of the two. Ooh. He is gonna move to break contact now. That was just wow. Just wow. Super focus mode. The maneuver on the backside here. That was brilliant, which forced me to attack here hard. So I think that was probably one of the AI's most well-fought battles there. They came in reinforcement-wise, and I think they came in and maneuvered around me. I don't think it was a point where they spawned behind me. I think those were a straight maneuver and hit me from behind, which is good. Good one. So pretty hard battle. Let's set up our situation after this, after the fight. Um, Let me get Lee up here. Let's get Longstreet in DC as well. I gotta remember, there is an army over here, so we can't move Hampton's division. Okay. That's as many as we do, and there goes Washington. Is that a campaign end? That is a campaign end. The war is over, the Union sues for peace, and that is the end of this. The war is over. And we have won. So here it is. Final stats. Probably the men fielded is an issue on that for gameplay wise historically. But I think there was a different idea when it came to having random starting perks, and I think that is what changed ultimately this campaign. Maybe we'll return to 1861 campaign in the future, but to preview our next campaign, I want to preview it for you guys here because it is going to be a fun time, a difficult time, and a complete ridiculous time, but we will have fun doing it. Spring 1864. Let's give him a 25 bonus. So, Grant is trying to end the war. This is our new Beyond the Brink. It's 1864. And we'll look at our current situation. And that's how we'll end this episode. So a little bit longer today. Take 5 minutes to kind of preview what will be in our next campaign. I like doing this whole thing. So I think you guys will enjoy it, even though this is a longer episode. So I think we're outnumbered 3-1 at this point in the war in 1864. And we are in a very precarious situation. This is after Stonewall Jackson has been killed. Lee is on the ropes in the east. In the west, the Mississippi and the Confederacy has been cut in half with the capture of New Orleans and I believe Vicksburg at this point. Vicksburg is under Union hands. We've been pushed back all the way into Mississippi with Stephen D. Lee. We had a bunch of ports trying to hold Mobile in the District of the Gulf down the south. New Orleans has been taken. Over in Texas, we have a couple of forts with the District of Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona. A small force under Magruder. We have the Army of the Trans-Mississippi. They're the one that command with a lot of the forces of 31,000 in the West. They're all that remains of the West itself as the Union forces have swept down into Arkansas. I think we even lost Little Rock at this point. Little Rock is under Union hands as well. So, we do have forced cavalry up here harassing, but with this fort at Memphis, Fort, what is this? Pickering? We can't do much with that. And he is an extension of the Department of Alabama, Mississippi, and East Louisiana. We also have this fort down in Pensacola. The Union has kind of gotten behind us at this point. So we're moving up the District of Florida to try to deal with that at Pensacola. Jacksonville is, of course, lost at this point. We're fighting the capture of Fort Willis and Pulaski just outside Savannah, so the District of Georgia is trying to handle that. We're holding Charleston, at least, with Samuel Jones, and he has a massive force commanding multiple corps in the field, but I think his portion at Charleston is the largest force there. Going through here, they are in Virginia. Norfolk's been captured at this point. Department of Southwest Virginia is trying to hold the rear at Lynchburg after the loss of Tennessee. Tennessee is completely and utterly lost at this point in the war, as is Northern Virginia. Now, at this point, Lee has already did his fight into Gettysburg, and that offensive has failed. So, through that, we've also lost West Virginia. And so we have the Department of West Virginia and the Department of Southwest Virginia down here, all attached, I believe, to a higher corps, I think. No, they are not. Ransom is the one in charge of defending Richmond, along with Beauregard down here, as well with his 5,000 men. And Pickett is also down here in the south as well. Over with Lee, you have Ewell, A.P. Hill, Longstreet, and trying to hold Northern Virginia. I think the first order of business will be holding as much as we can in Northern Virginia and taking back some of these key spots like Norfolk. As for the situation and attempt to stop Sherman at this point, Sherman has so many men here that the idea of having Joseph E. Johnston stopping this army, or I should say this flood at this point, from advancing is precarious at best. With 65,000 spread all over the place in this area, and the fact that 17,000 of it is not even towards the front, it means that Polk has to come up, and we need to get in a situation where this is a defense more than anything. I do not believe we have remotely sufficient ability to defend this, but at this point, we have no choice but to attempt to defend at all costs. Let's get Polk right here. So he'll reinforce, but at least he's Force that can sit there. Now, we don't know where the other Union forces are. That is one thing we have to worry about. We're going to move this one over to Pensacola. Kind of merge. See what we can do there. This one, I mean, at this point, we need depots to sustain our ability to hold. Do we have depots over here? Yes, we do. We have a depot here. We do not have a depot here. Let's have Lee build a depot. Like here. Let's have Ewell build a depot here. We have a depot here. We don't have a depot here. So that's the idea. We have a large force at Charleston. Do we have a... We have this large force at Charleston. I'm thinking what we do. This is going to be hilarious. We have to do this. The idea has to be to capture the forts back on the coast. As for over here, at least we're holding in some capacity, but not in a capacity that I would say we are remotely capable of doing much. We'll move you up to Belmont. Because losing that portion of front is not helpful. Actually, where's our... Okay, Sterling Price is here. Let's move up to the fort. Let's do the same thing here. Let's go depot. At least we have a depot there. Do we have Forrest up here doing work? That's right. We can get him up in Corinth. At least we'll have some sort of idea. So that is the situation out here. A lot of Union forces here. We know there's a Union army over here, I think, at this point. And then this massive army out here. I think there's also some forces out there. When we look at the men, we are outnumbered not 2 to 1. But it's damn near 2 to 1. 9 of 9. Can we get an additional policy? We can. What is that additional policy, though? Yeah, they'll never join the war, so... £6 Whitworth. Blakely's. What is this? Two there. We already have industrialization 1, so that makes sense. Yeah, okay. So with the look, with the guns, we're not going to reorganize this. So you have Mississippi's, Model 1817s, you got some plains rifles in here. For cannons, of course, we got the James rifles, field guns, Napoleons, howitzers. We have that whole thing. A lot of them should be fielded with decent weapons. That should be a thing, at least. We also have to worry about the fact that we are in a situation where I'm not sure if we can actually reorganize ourselves in a way that is helpful. So we'll have to worry about that. There's going to be a lot of reorganizing at the start of the campaign. So there's a preview, about a 10-minute preview of what's going on. Build a couple things, move a couple units, and that sort of thing. So we are set up to take this fight. And this is honestly going to be one of the most difficult campaigns we've ever attempted. I think it's going to come down to the fact that we need to get a lot of forces into areas. Like, for example, Beauregard has Pickett, Ransom. You have Colquitt, Whiting, Jones. And I don't even know where Beauregard actually is. So Beauregard is actually down here holding Richmond. And how many are we opposed union-wise up here? 21, 23, 60. So it's not even, but it's not necessarily close to not being even. So at that point, maybe we put Pickett back into that army at that point. Army of Tennessee under Johnston. This is looking like a desperate defense, but can you say? I think we can do some damage. Here's I think. We're going to try to keep at least some integrity into some units with this. Some decent cav weapons at least. So, yeah, this Heath, Anderson, that's under Hill, under Ewell. You have Early. Longstreet, Kershaw. Yeah, I think at this point we probably pull in that extra corps, Pickett, and we do a bunch of. Then we move Pickett back up to fight, and then we move maybe Breckinridge back into fight. Under Lee. And we worry about taking Ransom to take Norfolk. Actually, Ransom down here to take this. Hold some portion. How much can we recruit at this point? 12,000 and a bunch of draftees. Okay. So the Virginia portion may not be as bad as we think. Keyword may. May not be as bad as we think. Everything else is probably 100% as bad as we think. meaning Pensacola, meaning this, meaning if we can take Fort Smith and Little Rock, maybe we can turn this to a point where we just defend those 2 points and we worry about the southern push to Vicksburg to New Orleans. This one down with Magruder, maybe he goes down to New Orleans, so maybe it's about upgrading his army. Because we ultimately have Taylor and B come up to Richmond and defend Richmond and Jackson with these 2 armies, and this one is the one that goes to New Orleans. So we essentially hold Mississippi again. A lot of thoughts, a lot of ideas, and it's going to be very difficult to do. So thanks for hanging out. We ended one campaign. Here's the preview for the next one. Thank you all for joining me. Go ahead and leave a like below, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Later.